Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Tones, the channel all about going low and heavy with guitar, and we're doing something slightly different in this video. This is going to be my first reaction video, but it's going to be a slightly different one. Now, you've probably heard me mention about the Facebook group Baritone Obsessed. Now, this is a Facebook group that's run by The Bun, another YouTuber, and it focuses on baritone guitars that are low tuned. And on this group, I met another baritoner named Chris. He's also a YouTuber. His YouTube name is Synth Chris. He's got some great videos. Definitely go check that out. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description. But basically, we decided to collaborate on some ideas for a video. What we decided was we each wrote 2 riffs, then we sent those riffs to the other person, and then we chose some free VST plugins, let's call it interesting VST plugins, that the other person has to use on those riffs. So I sent Chris my 2 riffs, and then for the VST plugins, I gave him Vocoder, Delay Llama, and Meow Synth. So really some interesting synths there. And he's now sent me back the riffs and what he's done with those instruments over my riffs, and I'm going to have a reaction now. After the reaction, I'll show you the original riffs, and then Chris will also give a walkthrough on what he did to those songs. But now let's jump in and check out what he's done. So I've got my headphones on to take a listen, and now let's just make sure we got some volume and see what he's done. Ooh, some pitching going on there. Ooh, pitching down. Quite wobbly. Ooh. So quite an ambient vibe to it there. Quite dark. Ooh. I dug that, Chris. It's pretty dark and got some sort of drifty sort of synths in there. I'm really going to be interested to see what he does with that when he shows me in the walkthrough. So let's play through, and I think after this it's going to kick into the next riff. Okay, here we go. With some visuals. Nice. Ah, there's the Delay Llama. Ooh. I dig it. Scary about that llama. There's some color cutting to it. Whoa, some big reaper. Heavy. Whoa. Whoa. I feel a bit dizzy watching that. Woo. Sure, Chris. You hit me with that. I think I'm actually going to take another listen to that. Let's just play that through one more time. I dig the full string in the beginning there. Ooh, it hits big there. I dig that shaking. That close up. Pretty scary. Ooh, some big zooming in there. And that dizzy bit again. There's the bottom there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Some good stuff, Chris. You hit me with some amazing sound design there and some amazing visuals. So that was my reaction. Now let's take a listen to the riffs originally, and then we'll go through what Chris has done with his walkthrough and these synths. Catch you after that. Also, don't forget to jump to Chris's channel to check his video where he reacts to what I did to his riffs. And that link will be in the description. Okay, so now let me play for you the songs before I sent them through to Chris. So this is the first song here. I'll just play through. So there you go. Now let me play through the second riff that I sent to him. Now let's jump into Chris's walkthrough and see what he did with the VSTs that he added to my riffs.
Alright, so Gary, you sent me the meow synth, the vocoder, as well as two of your riffs. So I put the meow synth and the vocoder over the first riff. I was kind of going for a Mick Gordon Doom kind of vibe. And when I think of Mick Gordon Doom, I think of distortion and I think of chromaticism. So for the meow synth, it's monophonic and it's got portamento on that. So I use that to my advantage. Without any of the effects, it just sounds like this. So really it's just some sort of saw or triangle synth with a really weird filter envelope. After that, I just added on a chorus as well as an EQ to get rid of some of the lows and the highs, give it a more mid-centered feel so it can cut through the mix. I added on a fuzz, and then I sent it through another EQ to do this exact same thing, and then as well some reverb to give it a bit more space. This is without the fuzz, and then with the fuzz. And so as you can tell, it's super fizzy, and that's why I have the EQ again. And then with the reverb. For the vocoder, I played a chord part, I rendered it, and then I was working with the audio file. I stretched it out a bit more so that it did have a bit more sustain. This is what it sounds like without any of my effects. So it already sounds pretty creepy, pretty gloomy. I pretty much just used a very similar, if not the exact same, signal chain, EQ, fuzz, EQ. I threw on a stereo imager, so it was a bit wider, and as well as the reverb again. This is what it sounds like. And that's the meow synth and the vocoder. For the delay llama, there's a lot more going on with this project. There's a lot of automation. For the intro, you know, I just did a low pass filter sweep on the guitars. Just for the intro, and I also did a lo-fi kind of filter on the master chain, which is just high pass at like 350 hertz and 3 kilohertz. There's a low pass, but once it kicks in, this is what it sounds like. I was going for a similar doom vibe as the meow synth. This one didn't have portamento on it. This is what the synthesizer sounds like without any of the processing. First of all, TSE 808. It's an Ibanez Tube Screamer 808 ripoff. Mostly just adding some drive and boosting the mids, the higher mids. Then I threw it down an octave with the pitch shifter because it didn't go down an octave but up. And then this pitch shifter is automated towards the end over here. You'll hear the automation. Here I have a chorus, and I use the chorus as a sort of vibrato, as a sort of like the flutter on a Floyd Rose bridge. In order to get vibrato out of chorus, I just muted the dry signal. I automated the depth of it so that it wasn't always on, just towards the end. So right here, and here as well. That's where the chorus really kicks in. Next after that, I just had a flanger. Stereo imager on it. Threw a fuzz as well. EQ to get rid of some of that nasty fizz in the high end. And some delay and reverb for some ambience. And there you go. Complete song with some delay llama on there.
So there you go, that was my first reaction video, a bit of a different one. So it was a collaboration with another YouTuber, that's Synth Chris. I'll leave his details in the description. Please check him out, give him a follow and like his videos and give some comments and all that jazz. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to it and leave some comments as well on what you thought and if you'd like to see some more reaction videos in the future. And also don't forget to click that notification bell to be notified of future videos. That's me. I'll check you in the next one.